many people remember Khyo from my community? He is a news channel. I actually really like him. He's got a super cute bunny model, and he is not one to be avoiding controversy. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. At least he doesn't seek it out intentionally. It just follows him. This time he's pissed off Niji Sanji fans, it seems, and he's issued an apology. Or at least that's what the video title tells me. So we're going to see what is going on with Khyo, who's trying to cancel Khyo.
So if you aren't aware, a few days ago I uploaded a video called Niji Sanji Needs to Stop. In that video, I talked about Niji Sanji debuting their newest wave of VTuber talents in JP just 3 weeks after they debuted their last group. In that video, I basically just said some reasons as to why it upset me and why I don't think Niji Sanji needs to continue releasing talents that fast, because 3 weeks, in my personal opinion, is not enough for VTubers to build themselves up in the community. They needed a lot more time than just 3 weeks to build themselves up as the previous group, and I just felt bad for the previous group, and I said that in the video. I made a few mistakes.
Without going into the mistakes, I haven't actually seen that video, but he's got solid points right here. I fully agree. 3 weeks is how long they're taking to be like, okay, here's our current generation. They just debuted, and then 3 weeks later, here's the next generation. How much is Niji Sanji actually promoting all of those talents that they're bringing up? Are they just trying to... Oh, that's his mouse. God damn it. Are they just trying to get clicks off of debuts and then not really focusing on content after that? I know a lot of indie VTubers do that too. Okay, what mistakes did you make? This is an apology, and let's see.
In that video, I stated that that was the first time, to my knowledge at least, that Niji Sanji had ever done that quickly and released a group that quickly. It was not. I pinned a comment stating that it was not and that I was wrong. And actually, I think that's the only mistake I made in the video other than criticizing them. So yeah, people got upset because I didn't do my research before making the video and didn't, know that Niji Sanji debuted those groups. So I apparently don't know much about the JP side of things. We have people saying, do you even know anything about the JP side of Niji? Weirdo. Others saying completely ignoring.
This is literally just... He said to his knowledge that this was the first time it's happened. And then he's addressed that too. If people keep coming after him like this, they're just piss babies that are mad at Khyo. Like, I'm gonna be honest, from just this, Khyo shouldn't actually apologize, aside from, that addressing of that one mistake, which is really not the biggest thing to get pissy over.
The fact how unresearched this video is, I'm obsessed with the fact that even after the whole drama like a month ago, people are still using Niji IP in videos like this. Let's get those copyright strikes. If you're unaware of what this person is talking about, they're talking about when False ID and myself got struck by Niji Sanji in the past. We got struck by them, falsely copyright struck, mind you, which is why my channel is fine and so is False's channel. Other people said, you literally didn't learn from the last time they worked with you, huh? Don't go off and cry to your fans when your channel gets reported this time. No one cares. And
wow, that last one. Is Niji Sanji even working with Khyo? No, they're not. Oh yeah, people get way too butthurt these days. Like, way too quick. People need thicker skin. And is Niji Sanji actually working with him? No, those were legitimate false claims against both False ID and Khyo. Like, everything that I saw from Khyo and what's it? Hey, Daywatch. Everything that I saw from Khyo and False ID, that was all fair use. It was just Niji Sanji being mad that they're getting criticized, and stay mad. This is the internet. We can have free opinions about whatever.
And then we had another person saying, this is such a weird video to make. It's so clear he has no actual knowledge of the JP branch and how it works, because imagine making a drama video without actual information. I don't know as much about Niji JP, and you don't see me making comments like this. They continued, I don't think he did this maliciously, but it still rubs me the wrong way because misinformation like this is genuinely harmful and could affect this new wave a lot.
Wait, misinformation that it wasn't the first time Niji Sanji does this? That this is a regular pattern from them? Like, so so you are getting mad that Khyo is correctly stating that Niji Sanji should take more time to develop their current talents before jumping into a new generation.
The only misinformation I had in that video, mind you, was the fact that I thought this was the first time that Niji Sanji debuted a group within 3 weeks and did this so quickly. Mind you, apparently they did this back in 2018, 2019. I was not aware of that at the time. In the video, I'm pretty sure I said I don't believe they've done it, so I wasn't stating it as fact. But other than
Yeah, I don't think Khyo makes those kinds of statements directly. Like, not even I do that, and I'm an actual drama channel. Khyo is a lot more of news and updates. That's why I like going over his video or his videos, because he doesn't really put too much what is it, political lensing on his stuff. That leaves it a lot freer. That lets me put my political lensing on stuff. I make the drama videos, not Khyo.
than that, there was no misinformation in the video. All I was really saying in the video is that I don't believe that Niji Sanji needs to continue debuting VTubers this quickly. There was some good criticism from this person here, and I think there were a few other ones, saying, while I do worry about how the fast debuts can affect the new livers' growth, I guess this just rubbed off the wrong way to me, especially when they've been looking forward to debuting for almost a year now and expressed about how they really want to debut.
That is a very valid point, because we can't focus on the previous generation and then just ignore the next upcoming generation that's been waiting for their debut. It's not their fault that Niji Sanji is deciding to debut them so close together. That's a management issue, at least in my opinion.
And a lot of them are people who have little to no streaming background when they join the academy, because there's always a worry that the longer the delay, the less chances of them debuting. Very good criticism, because in the video, I briefly mentioned that some of the talents that were in that group were from VTA. Now, I mentioned that in the video, and people still said I have no idea what VTA is, and I didn't take that into account. I don't care that they're from VTA when it comes to Niji Sanji debuting the group so quickly. I'm happy for the people that are debuting. I am personally just upset and feel bad for the previous talent that debuted. Now, I understand lore-wise, these are pretty much the same group that debuted. They were just split into 2 different debuts. I still think it was really weird to do, and personally, way too fast. You had no idea what VTA is either? A lot of people don't. I know what it is, but I will go on record saying that I don't personally look into VTA all that much. I'm not gonna claim to constantly watch any of the stuff that VTA does or pay attention to that whole side. A lot of the criticism, except for this person, was just people obviously not watching the video and just taking the one thing I got wrong, which again, I am almost certain I said I am pretty sure, or I don't know if that is true or not in the video. And I even pinned a comment immediately when the video went up that they had done this in 2019. Now, there was a comment on that.
Yeah, they're just going to take the narrative that they want and then run with it. Most people are not going to take the time to actually critically think about these different things. It's just, it's Twitter. It's what it does. It essentializes things. It loses details, and then people get mad over um the perceived actual event, but not actually what happened, or actually what was said, or what was actually conveyed by the person. They just they see the mob going for it, and they join in. That's the fun thing about getting noticed.
That video that I thought was really funny. They said, and you wonder why Niji Sanji having problem with you when what you always do with your Niji reports are something that actually give them bad reputation. Maybe if you try to get on their good side instead, you'll get something nice rather than your channel almost terminated.
Now, Khyo is definitely going to be able to defend this himself better than I will, but like he doesn't only just shit on Niji Sanji. He covers everything. This is just a response of somebody being upset specifically that Niji Sanji was getting criticized. That's literally what this comment is.
And I said, ah yes, let me just suck Niji's dick 24/7 instead of giving them valid criticism where criticism is due. Again, the criticism I gave them, it's
Fucking based response. If that had popped up on my TL, I would have retweeted that.
valid criticism. A lot of people think Niji Sanji should stop debuting talents so quickly, and that's not just for the Ian side, it's Ian and JP, just in general. They need to slow down. Now, I understand as a business model and for the business themselves, it obviously works for them. They are one of, if not the top earning VTuber agency in the world. But as a fan of the talents, not the company, I personally am not a fan of Niji Sanji as a company, I will openly say that. But as a fan of many talents inside of Niji Sanji, Ian, JP, and ID, I wish they would just slow down and focus on the talents that they have. That is my opinion, and that's mostly what I was trying to say in the last video. The last video was a very opinionated video, but people got upset, as people do. One more.
I mean, yeah, people get upset when they share, or when you share your opinion and they disagree with that. In our case, I agree with his opinion. At least, I agree with Khyo's opinion. And so far, I'm glad he hasn't actually apologized in this apology video. But it makes me like him more.
Or tweet that we will read was this person saying, I think some of the issue here is that the VTA system has existed for some time, and though people are being rude about it, there are trainees who are working hard to debut. Additionally, it might be the news reporting side including criticism and headline. Now, I will apologize about that. I get that the headline, the title was negative.
That is not something you should apologize for. You should know that you need to be clickbaity to get people to actually take interest in you. What you don't want to do is be clickbaity and attention grabby in the title in a way that obfuscates the actual subject matter of what you're going to be covering. And I don't think Khyo did that here. That's just my opinion.
Immediately negative. So people that didn't watch the video were immediately thinking negatively towards the video and thinking I was being negative entirely to Niji Sanji, when if you actually watch the video, I wasn't trying to just be negative at all. Like I was negative and criticizing them, but I was again trying to say that I am happy for the talents. I'm happy for the people that debut. I enjoy talents inside of Niji Sanji, but I have issues with it. And that's what I'll apologize for. I'll apologize for the one mistake I made in the video, which was not researching enough when it came to them debuting talents back in 2019, when I personally did not watch Niji Sanji at that time. So I had no clue, and I just did not know. And I'll also apologize for not going too in depth with the whole VTA system and what VTA was in that video. I apologize for that. Other than that, go fuck yourself. It was my opinion. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye. I liked that ending. Very, very solid. But that's how things go. Fucking, you share your opinion, you go for the clickbaity thumbnails, the titles to get people to actually click on your stuff and listen to you. Not everybody will. I honestly, I know for a fact that there are people that, get mad at the kind of stuff in my thumbnails, but then when they actually look into the content of the video, it's like, oh, 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 oh. I'm listening too long. She's making sense. There's nothing wrong with being clickbaity. Just don't d- don't detract from the subject of the video for the sake of those clicks. You want to maximize how much you can get people to click while still encompassing the entire, or at least the essence of the video. That's what I think, anyways. That's one opinion.